Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Juice's Brew and Q. As always, I'm your friendly neighborhood pitmaster, Juice. I was discussing with my friend over at the Bearded One about possibly dropping a video tonight, so I think I'm going to try to get every other Friday. I'm going to try to do a Q&A session. It may not be every other Friday until the channel grows, but right now I do have some questions that were in my inbox through text and asked just through families, asked me some stuff. My wife's family, not my family. They pretty much know everything. I tell them everything. They don't even care. They're not into barbecue like I am, even though they love to eat it. But anyway, so that's what I'm kind of, my goal is with this segment. It may only be once a month. I'm going to try to do it every other Friday, considering I work every other weekend. But tonight I'm off. Well, it's my normal off weekend, but I'm off for 7 days, so I figured, I'm bored, might as well drop some content for you guys. I'm hoping to have a cooking video up. I may or may not record. I'm doing a 18-pound turkey and 2 spiral hams. I'm double smoking them. I'll kind of get into that as well at the end of this video, what I'm doing to them, and I'm going to try to film them. I don't know, Christmas is going to be a little hectic. I'm starting them Christmas Day to be done for lunch, Christmas Day lunch. So I don't know that I'll be able to get that up, but I will try to get some kind of cooking content up. Thursday is the goal. But anyway, I think I'm going to call this segment Rendering the Fat with Juice. I wanted something catchy with barbecue. So, in barbecue, the goal is to render the fat, and I figured that's a pretty neat name for Q&A. So I guess I'm going to start, and in this segment, I'm kind of introducing this segment, so bear with me. But in this segment, I'm going to always try to have my trusty Miller Lite. I am a Miller Lite guy for as an everyday drinker. So I'm going to either have some days I'm going to have a bourbon on the rocks, or some days I'll have a Miller Lite. But that's kind of when I might be drinking something else. It's just basically hanging out as y'all would be if y'all were here at my house. Again, this is a Q&A session. I apologize for the stutter there. I got a text from my partner up at the top, so I apologize for that. Anyway, so I guess without further ado, we'll get this segment going on the road. One of the most common questions I get asked is wood. What kind of wood I use when I'm smoking. I get asked charcoal, stuff like that. So I guess that's going to be the first question I give answered over here on this segment. As far as wood, I use a plethora of woods. I'm not real loyal to any wood. I think they all have their unique purpose and all have their unique, my partner texted me and I apologize, unique flavors. I'll say my most favorite to cook with, as far as my taste buds, I do not use this for the masses unless I'm cooking beef, but or a brisket that I would want to serve to people. And that's post oak. I love post oak. My grandfather's a Texan, moved to Alabama, but he is a Texan, and he is from the Arkansas border side of Texas, and they love their salt and pepper brisket. And post oak, is indigenous to Texas. That's what they use in Texas, and that's what got me to love barbecue. Was we went on a trip. I always liked barbecue. I grew up, Big Bob Gibson's is in my hometown. They're nationally known. So I knew what barbecue was. I mean, I'm in the South, but I wasn't infatuated with it. And when I went to Texas, we went to a trip, spring break, my sophomore year, to his hometown in Texarkana, Texas. And it was there I had the traditional Texas type peach butcher paper on a metal tray, fatty, lean brisket. I mean, I had the works, and that made me fall in love with it. That's made me wanted to emulate it. So that's why I'm partial to post oak. Native here in Alabama is hickory. Everybody uses hickory here. I like hickory, but I'm not big on hickory with beef. I think it just doesn't taste right to me, but I do like hickory on pork. Not really ribs. I'm not a big hickory rib guy. I like something more subtle on ribs, and I do like post oak on ribs. It's really good on ribs, but I like it mainly for pulled pork and chicken. Hickory on chicken's incredible, and that's what we're known for in North Alabama is smoked chicken and white sauce. Big Bob Gizzards is the inventor. But anyway, so I use a plethora of woods. In competitions, I use cherry and pecan, or me and my partner do. We use cherry and pecan. We like cherry and pecan because cherry gives off a subtle fruity flavor as well as great color on meat. We're probably going to try to introduce some apple in the competition, our competition blend of woods. My partner has been practicing his pork shoulder because we're even though we're backyard, we're working our way toward being pro. So, pardon me. So we are going to be trying and formulating new ways, and he's wanting to introduce apple, and he said he's found a way to introduce apple. So we'll see. I do like apple wood, but I don't really use much apple. I use it with chicken every now and then, and I usually pair it with something because apple's not a predominant flavor. That said, so I do use apple occasionally, cherry and pecan. Mainly I keep pecan here. That's a real, it's in the flavor profile of hickory, but it's not as predominant as hickory. It's kind of more of a subtle hickory flavor. Good nuttiness, and that seems to be the popular smoke flavor amongst the people that I do feed. As of now, I do not cook for I cook for my friends and family. We're working after the first year to get our license to where we can cater and sell plates to other people without word of mouth. Hey, I know him, blah, 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 where we can actually give cards out, blast advertisements, and not have the health inspector come tell us, hey, or anything legal. Come, hey, y'all can't be doing it. Excuse me. Charcoal. I'm a B&B charcoal guy. I like Kingsford. I will use anything Kingsford. I've tried just about every name brand charcoal I can get my hands on, and to me, the top two is B&B and Kingsford. I like my favorite is probably, I do enjoy the B&B oak briquettes. That's my favorite charcoal, pardon me, the tree flash, my Christmas tree flash. But anyway, take that with a grain of salt. I just like the way the briquettes burn. I've got a big green egg. I use lumping it. I use the B&B hickory lumping it. I use oak lump sometimes too, but I like B&B charcoal. That's what we use. I do use Kingsford if it's on sale, and they run really good sales on Kingsford. Our Lowe's does here. So if Lowe's has got a good sale, I'll buy a bunch of Kingsford. I've got a pit barrel cooker in my garage as well, and we've got a Weber Smoky Mountain, and my partner and I, we exchange them. I'm actually going tomorrow to exchange. He wants to practice and use the pit barrel cooker some more, because that thing, if you're looking for a smoker on a budget, pit barrel cooker is the way to go. The flavor in that thing, once you get it seasoned, is unreal. And it's as easy as pie. Set it and forget it. It cooks between 275 and 300, depending on what you've got it's got a little daisy wheel thing that screws on at the bottom. It set it to your altitude. If you have it set that way, it will consistently, and you've got the rebar in and the lid on, it will roll about 275. But that's a really good one too. I get asked pit wise too, as far as money, and I'll get into that question in a minute. But in it, I do run Kingsford and stuff like that. I don't run my egg, even though I hear you can run their professional grade briquettes, and in that, that's my baby, and I like the way B&B lump burns. That's all I burn in it. I haven't burned anything else other than the Big Green Egg brand, and this one is actually a warranted one, and all I've cooked in it is B&B hickory. Okay, another popular question I get asked is pits. Like I said, we've got, and I say we because we share them, we rotate. I'm going to pick up my partner's Weber Smoky Mountain and drop off the pit barrel, but we've got a Weber Smoky Mountain, we've got a Weber kettle, We've got a Big Green Egg. We've got a Weber Kettle King Ranch. It's my partner's dad's, but we use it more than he does now. We've got, let's see, pit barrel cooker. So Weber Smoky Mountain, Weber Kettle King Ranch, Big Green Egg, and pit barrel cooker. So we've got 5 total cookers we use. Anyway, so we've got capacity to cook quite a bit if we need to get together and cook. The Big Green Egg I don't travel anywhere with anymore because that led to having to warranty it out when I got back from one of our competitions. It fell out of the stand nearly on top of me, and it's an XL Big Green Egg. We do eventually want to pull behind, but it's really hard to justify right now, as small as we are, to get a pull behind pit and spend the, over $2,000, depending on, we want to locally source ours, so it's going to be about almost $3,000 for one. So we're trying to not, we're trying to get big enough to where we can justify that expense. Anyway, so if I had to recommend one, if you want to go, and I've had a Traeger, I've had pellet grills. I do like pellet grills. I got rid of mine because I do like controlling the fire myself. My father-in-law's got a Pit Boss. I hear great things about them from everybody. I've used one through some friends, and they are really good. If you want to go that unconventional route where you can set it and forget it, that's a good one. But if you like using charcoal and starting a fire, pit barrel cooker is the way to go. If your budget's under $300, the Pit Bosses and the pit barrel's the way to go. If your budget is between the $300 and $500, I recommend, or $300 and $600, I recommend the Weber Smoky Mountains. They're great. You can get some offsets through other, but I don't recommend them. I toyed with them, and they're not well made. They're made to get in and out, so I would avoid some of them unless you want to do some modifications. But and if you want to go, if you're wanting to drop some money, $1,000, $1,500, Big Green Egg, I love it. They're great to me. They replaced my complete setup, stand and all, after it broke. They got lifetime warranty. Kamado Joe's really good. I know somebody that's got it, and I've cooked on one. They're really good. Those are your ceramics. I mean, there's a lot in that price range that are just quality. Traeger, and they've upped their game. Weber just dropped a pellet grill that I hear really good things about. The King Ranch is the kettle style grill, the one that we've got, and it is huge. It's 37.5 inches. It is a monster. It can hold a ton of food. If you do more grilling, it can smoke too. We smoke on it. That's what we do, but it will hold a bunch of food. You can pour charcoal in there and just grill to your heart's desire. All right, so there's my kind of recommendations on grills. I get asked that a lot. I get asked as far as my favorite commercial seasonings. I like just about anything you can get in Academy. Academy carries very good commercial seasonings, from the Mo Casons, Plowboys, Jack Daniels. All those are very, very, very good rubs. I do like the Weber rubs. Some I don't. I've not used, but I have tasted the Pit Boss rubs. They've got some really good rubs. I've not used, but I've tasted Meat Church's products. They've got good rubs, but probably my favorite is Cosmos rubs. His rubs are incredible. I love his products, sauces, rubs, everything is quality. My favorite commercial sauce is hands down Blues Hog barbecue sauce. It is incredible stuff. It is incredible stuff. So that's something I get asked a lot. I get asked what it's like at competitions a lot, from people who do cook and they're wanting to become competition cooks. It's fun. I do not recommend doing a KCBS event your first go. We did not do that, and that's what got us hooked. We went to a small local, the one we do, I've explained this event, and it was just a blast. It's not stressful. The turn-in window is good. So I recommend going that route. But as far as at competition, I mean, man, they're fun. The camaraderie on Friday is incredible. Now, come Saturday when it's cook day, boy, everybody's dialed in. You are not friends on Saturday. You're friends after the cooks are after all the meats are turned in, and you're friends before Saturday. But during cook time, you are not friends. It is stressful. It is fun stressful. I mean, it is hardcore. Everything's got to be pretty. We have visitors and all, and I'm anal. I get uptight. My partner kind of mellows me out. I get uptight. I don't. I'm trying to think. I'm the box guy. So when it's time to get our boxes ready, I do the boxes. He mans the grills, checks on the mans the smokers, checks on the meat and all while I'm doing that. And once the boxes are made and the meat's on the pit, we're usually okay because we've basically got it down to time, especially being chicken. We just cook chicken and ribs, so it's not as stressful as a pro, but I do recommend going backyard first. Anyway, so I'm at 16 minutes now. I was trying to stay within the 15 to 20 minute range. I'm trying to think. Oh, I did say at the end of this, so I'm going to wrap up this Q&A rendering the fat with juice. I'm going to end this with kind of what I'm going to do with those, that turkey and those two hams. The hams are about 10 pounds a piece. We went and got them at Sam's. I got them with my wife's grandmother. I volunteered to do the ham on Thanksgiving last year. She just runs around like a chicken with her head cut off. So I did the ham and they all loved it. They made sure that I was going to do the ham for Christmas last year. Then they told me, basically I got voluntold that I was doing the ham both Christmas and Thanksgiving this year. Last year I did a shoulder ham. We get one for Thanksgiving for work. I did it for Thanksgiving this year. They give us one free. And last year I did more of a like honey glazed type ham. This year I did a bourbon brown sugar glaze ham with a holiday rub that I mix up. Christmas last year I did honey baked, or like my take, honey smoked, but honey baked ham. I credit Malcolm Reed to that recipe, even though I did my own tweaks on it. But he kind of, his video kind of gave me that kind of idea in my head. This year on those hams, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to slather a mustard barbecue sauce. It's Big Bob Gibson's. I'm using commercial products. I'm not going to make anything from scratch on these, but I'm going to slather it with some mustard barbecue sauce and rub the outside with brown sugar, caramelize that sugar, because I mean it's already cooked, it's pre-cooked, so I'm double smoking it. So I'm gonna bring it up to 140. When it gets about 130 and the sugar start caramelizing on the outside, I am going to make a little glaze. It's going to be a apple or apricot. I hadn't decided, either apple or apricot glaze that I'm going to put over the outside of it and let that set up and take them off the smoker. With the turkey, I was going to do a herb turkey, a seasoned herb turkey, but I decided I'm not going to go that route. I want to go more, I want them to taste my barbecue. And you know, we already had more of a traditional holiday type ham and turkey. So I think I'm gonna go, and I may change up the ham. I may not do that. And if I do change it up, I will let y'all know. But anyway, on the turkey, I think I'm gonna hit it with some Heath Riles pecan rub. Yeah, it's a sweet rub. I have not had it. My partner says it's savory sweet with a hint of pecan on the back end. So it kind of fits the holiday theme, but it's gonna be more traditional barbecue flavors in it. And I'm going to do that. I'm gonna inject And I think, hold on one second, I think I have some. Don't know if I used it. Yes. I actually do. Cosmos chicken injection. I know it's chicken injection, but it does work with, it will work with turkey. So I think I'm gonna hit it with that because it's traditional barbecue flavors. Poultry's poultry. I'm gonna treat it kind of like a chicken. It's a big chicken. I'm gonna spatchcock it, cut that backbone out, cut the breastbone out, lay it flat, and I'm gonna hit the legs, the thighs, and the breasts, fill them up with some injection, and then in the injection, I'm gonna use chicken broth and an injection. Some of this and mix it up, shake in a shaker cup. So that's gonna be base for my injection. And then I went over 20 minutes, pardon me. If y'all don't wanna come, leave me a comment if my videos are too long and let me know and I'll try to shorten them. I'm still learning. But that's kind of my goal with that. And I'm gonna hit the outside, and in the cavity, as the open cavity, I'm gonna hit it with the pecan rub. And then I'm going to stuff sticks of butter down both sides of the breast under the skin and let that kind of soak in as well. And that's kind of my plan for the turkey. Anyway, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to get that on film. If I can't, I apologize, but I will be doing something cooking wise to put up on this channel. Again, this is rendering the barbecue fat. I guess that's what I'm gonna call it, rendering the barbecue fat. Now, I'm gonna go, pardon me, this is the real ending. And that's all for rendering the fat with juice. I hope y'all enjoyed this segment. Leave me feedback down below. I will be linking my social media again below every video in the description box. Appreciate you tuning in. I apologize that I got long-winded and this is over 22 minutes long. If the videos are too long, leave me feedback, let me know. And anyway, cheers.